All right, welcome to March's Relationship Healing Energy Call. Let's go ahead and get started. I want everyone to get themselves in a comfortable place. Either sit down in a comfortable place or go ahead and lay down. Make sure you have some water nearby. It's really important to stay hydrated. We're going to follow the BodyTalk format of doing things, and so we're going to go ahead and tap this in on the top of the head, the heart, and the gut. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our beginning meditation. We want to get grounded and we want to get connected to Source. So we will start with that. Okay, I want you to imagine that you are surrounded by pure white, perfect light. It's just completely surrounding you on all sides, like you're in this bubble of pure white, beautiful, perfect light that's protecting you. And I want you to imagine that pure white, perfect light going down to the center of the earth. I want you to ground into Mother Earth. Imagine Mother Earth reaching out with her arms and pulling you in so that you stay grounded. And she is offering you the opportunity to let go of any stuck energy and just ground that out through your feet and through that connection you have to Mother Earth. Any stuck energy you're ready to let go of right now. Just watch that drain into the earth. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and watch that white light as it comes back up. It's going to come back up into our body. It's going to start at our root chakra. And so now the intention that we're focusing on is aligning, balancing, and cleansing our chakras. So as you watch that white light go up, you can watch the root chakra, which is red, light up. Then you can watch the orange sacral plexus chakra light up. Then watch the yellow solar plexus chakra light up. And then the green heart chakra lights up. And we want them all spinning. Then we've got the blue throat chakra lighting up. Then we've got the indigo colored third eye chakra lighting up. That's right between our eyes. And then on the crown of our head, the top of our head, we've got that crown chakra just lighting up. They're all spinning, aligned, balanced, cleansed, and healed. Okay, now we're going to watch that white light pop out of the top of our head, and we're going to go up to the 7th plane. So as we're going through the different planes, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 5th plane we may see people, entities, spirits. And then we're just going to keep going up to the 6th plane, passing the law of compassion. Then we're just going to go ahead and, in our mind, say creator of all that is, and that will take us into the 7th plane. Good. Just want to take a moment to soak in the unconditional love and joy and peace that is on this plane. I love this plane because this is where we transcend duality. All right, now let's go ahead and watch that white light come back down, settle in to our heart chakra. And then as we breathe, we want to watch that grow. We want to watch it grow to be as big as our body. Let the light fill up our body. As you breathe in again, watch that light fill up the room that you're in. Then watch that light fill up the city that you're in. And the next breath, watch that white light, beautiful pure white light, fill up the state. then the country, and then the whole earth. And then finally, we just want that to expand out into the universe. Good. Okay, wonderful. So now we should be well grounded and well connected to Source. So it seems that these healing calls are following a pattern where each month we focus on a chakra. So January was the root chakra, February was the sacral plexus chakra, and now we're focusing on the solar plexus chakra. So let's just talk a little bit about the solar plexus chakra. This is a relationship call, and the solar plexus chakra is very, very important to relationships. Our relationships with everybody we are going to be constantly referencing our solar plexus chakra for information as to how to relate with everybody. So first of all, the solar plexus chakra is the seat of our self-esteem. The solar plexus contains the information about how we feel about ourselves. So if we've got a low self-esteem, then we want to focus on reprogramming that solar plexus chakra. One of the things that I think is interesting about the chakras is that they correlate with Erik Erikson's 8 levels of psychosocial development. And so obviously it's not an exact matchup, but the best the best match I feel for the solar plexus chakra is Erik Erikson's 3rd stage, initiative versus guilt. And so he has it from about age 3 to 6. This solar plexus chakra is developing for us between the ages of 2.5 and 4.5. And so this is the place, the time of our lives where we learn how to say no. We're learning how to say no to things. We're learning how to say yes to things. And based on other people's reactions to us, we're learning what our personal power is. So if you've got a really overbearing parent or caregiver who doesn't honor our yeses and our nos, then we learn that we don't have very much power in this world, and that lowers our self-esteem. That's going to affect us for the rest of our life. Another interesting thing about this chakra, first of all, it's yellow. The Sanskrit name for it is Manipura, which means shining gem. And it's really the core of ourself and who we feel we are. It's our will, it's our personal power. And I was doing an energy work session on a person a few months ago, and it came in that this is our warrior chakra. I thought that was so neat. Our warrior chakra, this is where, like I said, where we decide how much power do we have in this world. On the back side of this chakra is our intellectual development. So whenever you see yellow in someone's aura, that generally has to do with a lot of thinking, mental exertion and thinking. Now, if this chakra is not working very well, if it's overactive, then we're going to have problems with digestion, metabolic disorders, weight issues, power issues, boundary and control dramas, codependency, and mixing up love and power needs. So either you're going to be controlling other people, or you're going to be letting other people control you. So you really want this. If you're working on your relationship and reclaiming your power in life, solar plexus chakra is what we need to focus on. So this is huge for relationships. It's really interesting how this chakra helps us create emotion, because it links the feelings that happen or originate in the sacral plexus chakra right below it. It links those to intellectual thoughts, and that creates emotions. So this is also the source of our gut feelings about things. It's the source of how we feel about our body. There's so much wisdom and knowledge stored in this energy center of the solar plexus chakra. So we're going to focus on this also in the other calls. So as we do this session, what we're going to do is be bringing in things that really focus on developing this chakra, developing it, opening it, and balancing it. It could be overactive or underactive. And an interesting thing about chakras is they can be both overactive in certain parts and then underactive in other areas at the same time. There's a lot more that we could say about this chakra. When we're adults, we revisit this chakra between the ages of 35 and 42. And I found that very interesting because I have a personal life lesson of Reclaim Your Power. And it's really interesting that between the ages of 35 and 42 is when I actually went through some really huge changes and started reclaiming my power and getting out of codependent relationships. I shifted in a huge way some relationships with people in my family of origin at that time, and I also got divorced when I was 40 years old. So really consistent with what they call the midlife crisis, which is really a gift and a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to review our lives and figure out what's working for us and what's not. Are we doing what we came to this earth to do? Is there someone in our life who is stopping us from being able to do that, from living our life purpose and expressing the highest and truest that is in us? So just really, really interesting too. And, you know, if you've got like your mother or father's voice in your head, if they were critical and judgmental of you when you were a little child, then, and during the time that this was developing, then guess what? You're going to tend towards relationships with critical, judgmental people. If they were loving and kind and encouraging and praising you during this time, then you're going to tend to create relationships in your adult life with people who are kind and encouraging. So, so talk about setting us up for the kind of relationships we're going to have in life. Solar plexus chakra is huge. So let's go ahead and get started now that we've got some understanding of that. First of all, the sound that is healing for this chakra is RAM. It's RAM. RAM. Anything yellow in your environment is going to help balance this chakra and everything associated with it. So anything yellow. So let's kind of look at crystals. There's a couple crystals I want to look at that jumped down at me as being important for this session. So it's always great to have these on a physical level. Lots of places you can buy crystals, even online. I love to go into stores that sell crystals and just kind of pick up the ones and buy the ones that are calling to me. And so the first one is citrine. You know what? I actually have some citrine over here. I'm going to grab it because we want to bring this citrine energy into the session. Goodness, I just saw it yesterday. Where did it go? So this citrine, beautiful, clear, see-through stone. Just, I should probably just wear one in my belly button all the time. Just kidding. I don't know how I would do that. But it's very beautiful, and it's very cheery. If you think about the color yellow and the cheer and happiness it brings, citrine also helps us with mental focus. Like I said, that solar plexus chakra is the first chakra that's got a real mental level to it. So happiness, joy, mental focus. Those are kind of the three key things for citrine. So let's just kind of start by tapping that in. Tap on your head and your heart and your gut. Citrine is a certain frequency. And so what we're doing is asking our bodies and our consciousness to take in that citrine frequency. So I'm watching this kind of funny as I'm watching this for all the people who are going to be part of this session or are part of it. I see this giant citrine above them sending out energy, downloading into each person. That's kind of cool. Sometimes people carry crystals around in their pockets. They wear them on necklaces just to have that energy, extra added energy boost all the time. Crystals are great. And they tend to be very beautiful and aesthetic. There's a lot of energy coming up around this. So this is the kind of crystal that can help alleviate depression and sadness. It transmutes negative energy into positive. Wonderful. So we're going to link that next to another crystal. This is probably one of my favorite crystals. I've always been attracted to it. And it's called Tiger's Eye. If you've never seen a Tiger's Eye crystal, they're beautiful. Just look it up online. And I had one that I got from a crystal store that was polished and shaped like a heart. And I would carry it around with me whenever I was going to be in a situation where there were people who I felt were trying to violate my boundaries and take my energy. And there were certain people that I would go around that I would get literally a migraine headache every time I was around them. And so I started carrying this Tiger's Eye crystal in my pocket. And the migraine stopped, and I was able to be at peace about it. Unfortunately, because I carried that around in my pocket all the time, I lost it at some point. So I need to go buy another one. They're not that expensive, just, a few dollars. And that one was the size, a little smaller than the size of my palm. So Tiger's Eye, I mentioned the word boundaries. Third chakra is all about your boundaries. What kind of having appropriate boundaries with other people. Either you do have that or you don't. For a lot of us, that's something that we have to work on in our lives. So Tiger's Eye is the ultimate power crystal. It helps us get rid of fear. It helps us hold our boundaries, our ambitions, and it brings us motivation. So if you're trying to get motivation to work on a project or get something done, you want to have Tiger's Eye around. Like I said, one of my favorite crystals. So we're going to just go ahead and tap that, and we're linking citrine into Tiger's Eye. There are, of course, other crystals that help with your solar plexus chakra. Really easy to just do a search on the internet and look that up. Now we're going to link that in. So we're getting these different vibrations that are just going to help balance different aspects of this solar plexus chakra, this yellow solar plexus chakra. And by the way, the location of that is right above your navel. So if you find your belly button, it's located, if you imagine a circle right above your belly button, that's where your solar plexus chakra is. Two of my favorite oils actually have to do with strengthening the solar plexus chakra. They work on other chakras as well. The first one is cedarwood. It's a very grounding oil. Let's go ahead and just tap the vibration of cedarwood oil in. When I was having trouble moving forward on a business venture a few years ago, I was told to put cedarwood oil, essential oil, on my feet every day for 2 weeks. And after doing that, it became very easy for me to move forward and do what I needed to do, which really amazed me. I couldn't believe how empowering cedarwood oil was for me. Another one of my favorite oils that we're going to link in right here is frankincense. Let's get that frankincense vibration downloading into us. Frankincense is really great for for calming us and getting us in a meditative state. Anxiety, depression, dealing with that. And for helping us think more clearly. Remember the intellectual aspect of this chakra. So frankincense is called the grandfather of all oils. It is powerful, high-frequency oil. It's not only going to help your solar plexus chakra, it's going to help bring you into and balance your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. It's a beautiful oil. We're also going to bring in lemon and lemongrass. Of course, you think of lemons, they're yellow, right? That's why squeezing lemon into your water every morning is going to be very detoxing for your body. It's going to turn negative into positive. It's going to help you feel cheery, happier, and cheerful. And then lemongrass is just very revitalizing. It just wakes you up. It gives you new energy. So I couldn't just stick to one oil today. Good. I'm just kind of watching as we're tapping in these different frequencies, lots of negative energy just lifting off and going to the light in everyone's aura. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Good. Just ready to let go. Letting go of some of this stuck stuff. Wonderful. All right. We're coming into a big emotional release here. So we're going to do the quantum clearing plug-in and the emotional release plug-in on each of these emotions that we're talking about. And the first one is anxiety. Good. Let's just, any anxiety. These are really thorough energetic clean-outs around anxiety, despair, and we're just tapping on our head, heart, and gut, disgust, nervousness, and worry. I'm actually going down the emotion code chart in the area of spleen or stomach here. And then the other column is failure. Solar plexus chakra is our success chakra. So we want to let go of any failure we're holding on to. So sending failure through that quantum clearing plug-in, helplessness, hopelessness, letting go of lack of control, and letting go of low self-esteem. Those really all are directly related to the solar plexus chakra. So we just want to clear that out. This is immediately linking into a general consciousness link, which is, so big for general consciousness, but the consciousness around this that we are trying to let go of is letting go of that critical voice in our heads, letting go of the self-criticism, whether we got it from a mom or dad or a babysitter or from a grandma or a grandpa or anyone that was important in our life. When you hear their voice in your head criticizing you over and over again, this is what we're releasing. So we're individuating this to the brain. We're getting rid of that looping thinking, all of that looping criticism. We're letting go of any courting between us and the person anyone who ever criticized us when we were younger, but especially that person who's causing this critical voice in your head. Now what we're doing is we're linking up to the heart chakra. We're linking the solar plexus chakra to the heart chakra. And we're increasing our self-love. So standing in the power of our self-love. Increasing the self-love, decreasing the criticism. Releasing ourselves from the bondage of the criticisms we've received in our life. From anybody. Mom, dad, teachers, maybe a church leader, friends, bullying. A lot of times adults who are in authoritative positions in our life will use criticism to bully us. We kind of think of bullies as the kid on the playground, right? But a lot of times adults will use the excuse to bully and criticize because they are the authority and they are right. But you know what? It's still bullying. If they're criticizing you, dragging down your self-esteem, it's still bullying. It's kind of amazing to me how many people do this and justify it. Taking a break to drink some water right now, because when we're doing all of this tapping and all of this work, it requires a lot of water. We just need to keep ourselves hydrated. So you go ahead and drink as much water as you need. Sometimes taking a little sea salt on the tongue and then drinking water helps us get that water into the cellular level. In fact, while this is coming up, we're linking this to hydration. This is a hydration plugin for BodyTalk. It's going to help us get that signal to drink more water and stay hydrated. And it's also going to help our body absorb the water that we're drinking at a cellular level. So we are linking this to the electrolyte balance in our body. So when you're craving salt, it's good to get some sea salt, put it on your tongue, and then drink water, and then do it again, especially if you're dehydrated. It's a good way to hydrate yourself. Get those electrolytes in your body that you need to absorb the water. And by the way, dehydration is the emotional cause of it is usually lack of joy. So when we're dehydrated, because the blood symbolizes joy. So when we're dehydrated and we have less blood, there's something going on with lack of joy. So let's go ahead and bring that into this emotional release plug-in, lack of joy. Let's also send joy through there. Let's remove any of the emotional, energetic barriers around having joy in our life. Having joy in our relationships. Okay, we're working on matrices now. We're bringing in our family of origin. That's mom, dad, siblings. For some people, this is more complicated. Maybe your parents were divorced and remarried. Maybe you have step-siblings, half-siblings. Whatever that family matrix looks like for you, that is what we're working on. I have a stepdaughter who has 18 siblings when you count all of her half-siblings, because her mom's been married 6 times. When you count all of her half-siblings, step-siblings, and this isn't even included the step-siblings that she no longer sees anymore. So she's got quite a complicated family matrix. So doesn't matter. We can still work on it. So what we're going to do is do a little BodyTalk session, a sub-session on this family of origin for each person. So now what is that going to look like? So we're going into the 5 senses right away. The sense of hearing at a physical level. I'm going to go ahead and look at this chart to see if there's anything. So we're anchoring this to the brain to improve the neurological processing. Then we're linking this to all 5 senses. This is the subtle senses. So the subtle sense of touch, taste, smell, and hearing, and sight. This is for the whole family. We are linking this into the consciousness of understanding the family dynamic and where I fit in the family dynamic. And then linking this to an understanding of how does this affect me where I'm at in my life now? How has this affected my relationship? And is there something that needs to be shifted and that I'm ready to shift for my highest and best good? We are linking this to some reproductive organs. So ovaries for women, testes if you're a man. We are linking this to life acceptance, the ability to release, and drive and strength. That sure has to do with the solar plexus chakra for sure. We're linking this to the balance of testosterone in our body. So good, I need this. Drive and strength, bring it on. I have all of these business projects I'm being told to do, but I feel like I've got to increase my testosterone levels to do that, to fulfill them all. You know, the more testosterone you have, the better you are able to cope with stress, the more creative you have, the better your immune system functions, and the more you are able to accomplish. So testosterone is big. Obviously, men need a lot more of it than women do, but as women, we still need testosterone. All right. The next thing that we are going to focus on, so this is a new formula, what we call a parallel formula. It's going to run at the same time. And it looks like what is coming in is learning how to honor those gut feelings we get. So we all get those physical level gut feelings, and either we honor them or we don't. Or maybe we honor them some of the times and sometimes we don't. So I don't remember I've said this before in one of these calls, but the physical body really gets the final say in what's okay for us. What projects can we take on? If someone asks us to do something, you want to consult your body, consult your gut feeling about that, because your body knows if that's saying yes to something, is that a commitment that your physical body has the energy to fulfill. Now, some people are better off following their emotions than their gut feelings. What I'm kind of drawing from is the human design. Is that what it's called? The human design system. And you can run a free chart online and figure out where you fit in that. But I'm a gut instinct person. I need to follow my gut. When I go against my gut feeling, then what happens is I get into bad situations where I don't really have energy to deal with whatever I'm into. Honestly, whether it's a relationship with a person, whether it's a business venture, whether it's doing something to help someone, volunteer work, whether it's doing something for my kids, my gut will tell me whether that's something that I have energy to sustain that activity or not. And so what we want to do is just open up whatever's keeping us from not listening to our gut feeling. Anything in the way of that, we just want to let go of. And watching these solar plexus chakras just get bright and shiny and letting go of all of this stuff, balancing out. And anywhere in our life where we feel the need to over-control situations or control other people, let's let go of that. Balance out that tendency. A lot of times that comes from fear, right? Our need to control comes from fear. So let's do a big emotional release on fear. Quantum clearing plug-in and the emotional release plug-in. Wonderful. Anywhere where we are draining energy from other people. So any cording, let's just go ahead and take care of cording right now. Any energetic cords where we are using to drain other people, or vice versa, where they're draining us, or where we're sending negative emotions back and forth, so often that cording happens at the solar plexus level. So we're just going to ask Archangel Michael to come in and release us, remove any of that cording, heal the place it was in, and replace it with pure white light. Good. That's going to help us with our boundaries with those people as well. So anywhere we have power issues with someone else, where there's a power struggle, let's just send that to the light. Any power struggles we have going on in our life, let's send that to the light. Okay, so this is interesting thing that's coming in is the relationship between this third chakra and addiction. So anywhere where we've got addictive tendencies, food addiction, alcohol, drugs, sexual addiction. Some of these, of course, have to do with other chakras as well, but addictions are usually in the lower three chakras. Anywhere we have addictive tendencies in our life, let's release that. There's a section of the solar plexus chakra that has to do with addictions. Let's heal and balance that. Let's just bring an unconditional love healing right into these third chakra, solar plexus chakras. Oh, good. Oh, that's a lot of work. That made me yawn. Good releasing. You know, sometimes we've got an addiction to chocolate, or my favorite, Doritos. I can quit any time. Maybe it's Diet Coke or Pepsi or something like that. Maybe it's just an addiction to every time we get anxious or stressed or tired, we have to eat sugar. Sugar's a big addiction. So just letting go of these tendencies. So what I see coming in is that we need to look at this on a, we need to look at this at the level of genetics. So what we are passed down to through our genes, our DNA, the inherited stuff. So we want to clear this tendency to addiction on the inherited level, DNA level, history level, wherever our spirit was before we came to this earth, core level, which is all of our experience in this lifetime. letting go of the tendency or the need to be addicted. Now, a lot of addictions run much deeper than this, and so this is just one little aspect of healing an addiction. I thought I'd better throw that in there. Anywhere in our life where we don't have appropriate boundaries, where we feel like we're a doormat, where we're letting people walk all over us, where we don't know how to say no, we have trouble saying no, we are not sure, should I say no to this, should I say yes to this? Anywhere in our life, let's just let any energy that's keeping us from having proper boundaries, appropriate boundaries that are expressed in self-respect, self-love, and love for the other people involved. Just let go of anything keeping us from doing that. Any place in our life where we're experiencing control dramas, codependency, or where we're confused with love and power. Good. Some of those could involve the sacral chakra, right? The sexual chakra as well. So we're going to link that solar plexus chakra right down to the sacral chakra. Anywhere where there's control struggles in our life about sexuality. Let's let go of that. Let go of those situations. Let go of the energy surrounding that. Let go of whatever it is inside of us that needed that situation to come about for our learning and our growth. Let's do some completion on learning the lessons here. You know, honestly, you don't have to wait until the midlife crisis or your 40s to figure out your power issues and your boundaries. Nothing that says you have to wait. You can be we also work out these solar plexus issues around the ages 16 and 17. Either we do work it out or we don't, but that's another opportunity to heal. But we can heal anytime. We want to link to confidence, bring in that boost of confidence, boost of drive, boost of motivation to get on and follow your highest and best path, whatever that is for you. And then we're bringing in the idea of looking at the relationships in our life. So this could be friends, parents, brothers, sisters, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant others. This could be children, friends, associates, business associates, clients, whoever we're talking about, any relationship. And bringing in the ability to, in the moment, when we're in a situation with someone, being able to have our solar plexus size up. What's going on? Is someone violating our boundaries? Are we violating someone else's boundaries? Is there a control or power struggle? Is there, and being able to size that up and have the sacred knowledge, access the sacred truth of the highest and best way to deal with that in the moment. Ooh, I love that. Yes, I need this. Interestingly enough, some of the things that are stored in our solar plexus chakra are primal fears, our strengths, and sacred truths. So like I said, lots of wisdom and knowledge in here. And digesting life, how we take it in, and our decision making. When we're standing in our own power, it's much easier to make decisions. So the solar plexus chakra is going to help us access information about what is the best way to interact with the world to create success. So we want to increase that capacity. And again, listening to, accessing and listening to those gut level feelings and acting on them. So the whole idea is coming up again of when you're a little child and you're learning to say no, how did your parents honor that? So this is giving yourself permission to say no. Anything that is in the way of you giving yourself permission to say no, we want to let that go right now. Any place in your life where you have difficulty linking the mind and body through the solar plexus chakra, letting go of anything that's hindering that process of linking the mind and the body. So as all of this gunk is getting cleared out, everyone's chakras are spinning better. They really need to be spinning so that they can, at a good rate, so they can send out the energy to all the different places. Good. And just keep tapping. We're waiting for all of this to clear. So in this area of the solar plexus chakra, we've got the stomach, gallbladder, spleen, liver. Regulates our metabolism, which is why it has to do with weight gain and weight loss. Pancreas. So we really want a healthy solar plexus chakra so that it can distribute chi to all of those organs and to the pancreas gland, right? Good. All right. Anywhere in your life where you're holding on to excess weight to protect as protection. So we do that a lot as humans. In this human body, a lot of times when we sense at an emotional level that we need protection, that we're not safe, we tend to either put on extra muscle through lifting weights and things like that, or we just put on extra fat onto our body. So anywhere in our life that we're doing that, anywhere in our life that we feel we need protection, let's heal and balance those situations so that we can let go of the extra weight that it's bringing to us. I had no idea we were going to be doing this in this session today, but I like it. It's really interesting. You know, they say that people who lift a lot of weights and get big muscle mass, or it's a way of protecting themselves. Good. Obviously, with our pancreas involved, this has a lot to do with blood sugar as well. Good. Get that warrior chakra light and bright. We want it to be a beautiful, light, bright yellow color, just like sunshine, or a beautiful lemon color. Get that spinning, cleared out. So we can be clear on our core self, we can have our will and stand in our own power. And how is that going to shift and affect our relationships when we've got a balanced solar plexus chakra? You're going to be so much, we're going to be able to have equal, reciprocal relationships. We're going to be able to be, rather than being codependent, be independent and interdependent. So another thing about our solar plexus chakra is that it brings us awareness of our physical body through hunger, fullness, fear, and joy. So anything that's getting in the way of us getting those accurate signals from our solar plexus to tell us what's going on with our body, let's let go of those. Anything that's getting in the way of our self-esteem, let's let go. I love the synergistic power of these group sessions because with all the group energy from everyone involved, it just creates a synergy that allows us to release more. And it's a really beautiful thing. I love watching it in my mind's eye, all of this stuff that gets released in these sessions. It's very powerful. Anywhere in our lives where we're allowing other people to drain energy from us, let all of that go to the light. Beautiful. Anywhere in our life where we need to reclaim our power or shift relationships so that we can get out of codependent situations. Ooh. Lots of energy coming up around that. Anywhere in our life, our physical body, we're having a hard time getting that knowledge that feeds our body and soul with the ideas necessary to create well-being and success. Whatever's in the way of that, let's go ahead and let that go at this time. Just still tapping on your head, heart, and gut. Anything that's in the way of our intellectual thinking. And this, okay, so the intelligence is stored in the back of this third chakra, but it also includes intelligence at a cellular level as far as our hormone systems and what hormone levels we need and the antibodies that help run our immune system. So regulating our immune system, all of the different intelligence that runs our bodies, all the different systems in our bodies, digestion, reproductive, hormonal, endocrine, different ways to slice it, but all the different systems in our body. So anything that's getting in the way of your solar plexus chakra being able to get that knowledge out to our bodies, let's let go of that. And anywhere in our solar plexus chakra or body that, or emotions that is making us feel that we need to overexert our will, our power, even to the point of aggression or violence. Or because of prejudice or fear. Let's go ahead and let go of that. Good. All right, I think we're getting ready to wrap up here. There's still energy shifting, but I'm being told that there's a Bach flower remedy that can help us out. Interesting. So it's Bach flower remedy number 18, which is impatience, the time flower, from impatience to patience. Those who are quick in thought and action and who wish all things to be done without hesitation or delay. When ill, they are anxious for a hasty recovery. They find it difficult to be patient with people who are slow, as they consider it wrong and a waste of time, and they will endeavor to make such people quicker in all ways. Sounds a bit controlling, huh? They often prefer to work and think alone so that they can do everything at their own speed. So I guess it's important for us to look at our patience with other people right now. So we're just tapping in that Bach flower remedy number 18, impatience. Oh, nice big sigh. I guess some of us needed that. If I'm being honest, I fall in this category. So I definitely get frustrated when other people go too slow. I've had that pointed out to me. And there must be others too. So I feel like this will also help us be more patient with ourselves. Nice. Good releasing. Okay, so we're going to keep tapping until this is all clear. I see those solar plexus chakras linked up to the heart chakra, down to the sacral plexus chakra. Let's go ahead and link this into the entire chakra system again. Root all the way up to crown. Again, so we've done so much clearing on this chakra, so we need to rebalance in relation to all the other chakras. Again, with the idea of balance, alignment. We're also directly linking into the throat chakra, which is the reciprocal chakra to the solar plexus chakra. Throat chakra is all about speaking our truth in a kind way at the appropriate time. So we really want to balance solar plexus to throat. If one is overactive, the other one tends to be underactive. So we want to balance those. Link both of those to the heart chakra. And align, balance, cleanse, and heal all of those chakras in relation to one another. Good. We are now linking into the acupuncture meridian system. Wonderful. So we're linking this into the entire Chinese clock as well. So, which is all about when each endocrine gland and organ renews. So good. Getting all of that in balance, and then linking into the greater system of the 5 Chinese elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Good. So kind of doing a big general rebalance in relation to what we've done working on the solar plexus today. And then we're doing cortices in relation to all this work we've done, just to help us process, make the processing easier. And good. So this is a lot of shifting. Lot of shifting. So many of us have issues around the solar plexus chakra. So great, great balance for that chakra. This is going to help us in our relationships. We can't have happy, fulfilling relationships without a healthy solar plexus chakra. So very apropos today. All right. If you feel like everything isn't balanced, then just continue tapping. But I just want to thank everyone for participating in this call, and may you have wonderful, fulfilling relationships in your life. Thank you.